Oh, rise and shine, everybody. Good morning. It's November now in our first year with our Griffin Indiana save. Today, we have this field in front of us. Yesterday, we plowed it. It took us all day to get the lime in and then plow it. Today is a big day. We've got to get wheat in, and you can see these stones right in front of me. We've got to get these stones rolled, which means that our first task and our first job is going to be going downtown, hopping into the tractor, getting a roller for the field, and then getting this field rolled. And then we're going to get seed and put the seed in. So we will get going here. I don't know what roller we're going to get, but we'll figure it out when we get there. It's not even yet dawn. It's about 5:30. I overslept by like a half an hour, but we're off. We'll go pick out a roller, and then we'll be right back. So we're at the store catalog here. The choice of rollers is really easy. There's only two. Most of the equipment in the game has lots of things to pick from, but we're going to get this done. We're not going to get the $140,000 roller. That doesn't make any sense. This is 12.3 meters, which makes me think, and the horsepower has, what was the horsepower requirement? 160 horsepower. So our tractor will be able to handle that. No problems whatsoever. Wheel setup standard. That's it. Trelleborg tires. Yeah, I like the Trelleborg because I work near them, and we won't put a license plate on it. Let's just buy this. $41,000. That's fine. We'll go fetch it. It should be right outside here. And where is our roller? It's got to be here somewhere. How come I can never find the things? Where do they put them? Oh, there it is. All right, so we'll get this attached. We'll get it back over to the farm, and then we'll start rolling. A simple two-task day today. Just going to be rolling, and hopefully by the time we go to bed tonight, we will have the field wheat in. We got to get the wheat in today too. We can't not have it get in today. It'll be, why isn't this hooking up? There we go. Alrighty, off we go. We'll see when we get back out to the farm. So as we work our way out to the farm and get this set up, there's a few things I was talking about. We've run the competition now, the voting poll for the name for the farm, and I believe we have a name. There is one runaway winner, which I'm not sure what people are trying to tell me about our attempts here. I was a little surprised. I'm not hurt by the name choice at all. It just might be a little bit surprising to see it run away in such a one-sided, lopsided fashion. But we'll talk about that as we go here for the episode soon, too. Let me get this lined up. We're going to see. Let's see. How do we unfold this? Unfold is X. Alrighty, that's easy enough. This is 12.3 meters wide. Okay, that's pretty good. I think we just want to get this down on the ground and roll it, right? This shouldn't be super complicated, right? I probably don't want to hit the silo, so we'll have to go around that. So we'll do, can't drive backwards with this thing. We'll get this sorted out here. Lower roller is V. All right, that's easy enough. And then I think we just pull it, right? Yeah, there we go. Oh, look at that. Oh, that looks great. Oh, that looks really good. So we'll get this rolling here. See if I can get this whole area done here without messing this up. I'm going to mess this up, aren't I? Oh, we're going to have to do that again. Anyway, we'll go get this started here. Not doing very well. We're going to hit that, aren't we? Yeah. All right, well, we're off to a great start here. There we go. Okay. I'll figure this out. God, this is harder to drive than I thought. Okay, this is really, well, I can actually, that makes probably a perfect time to talk about the name for the farm here. Which is kind of appropriate given what's going on. I spilled some lime over there, by the way. I'm not quite sure how we pick it up, which actually goes right in line with perhaps the name for the farm here as well. But the runaway name for our farm here, sorry, I got a little distracted by our rolling escapades here. The runaway name for the farm, without a doubt, oh God, it's really hard to drive straight and talk at the same time. Okay, I got this. There we go. Well, if I get it straight in line with it, I don't feel like we're quite on the whole thing here. There we go. Okay, we got this. The runaway name for the farm, by far, with over 60% of the 4 choices, was Calamity Acres. And so I'm going to see, someone said there's a mod you can get for the game where you put the farm name up, so we'll go with it. There it is, Calamity Acres. But seriously, is it that bad? We're not that bad, are we? After all this, I have no idea how to turn this thing around. I think maybe, can we go to here? All right, good. That seemed to work. And now we'll turn it. Now, people is telling me, Nerdy Nana, who has her own YouTube channel and does a ton of farming stuff. She's got over 3 million views on her channel. She's kind of our consultant in addition with Parkera here. She was saying that One, she said she can't drive in a straight line either, which made me feel a little bit better because I certainly am struggling with it. But she said you should do headlands, which means you do a couple of loops, not on the edge. That annoys me. There we go. A couple of loops around, and then you do rows. So I think I'll start trying to do that. But all right, now we're back into it. I haven't played for a couple days, and I might have gone out to dinner and had a few beverages, so that might be that might be why it looks like I'm driving straight, but I'm not too. But this is actually, take a look, sit back. I mean, this is pretty cool. Let me do this. We don't need that, right? There. If we do like that, look at this. We got the sun coming up over the east here. We're rolling our field. We're going to put wheat in the ground just before the winter call. I mean, look at the trees all changing. This is just beautiful. This is good stuff. So I am excited to get the wheat in. I hope we can make it by the end of the day. It would be a bummer if we didn't get it done, didn't get it all in the ground. But I'm hopeful that's not going to be an issue. I feel like this rolling is going to be pretty fast. I feel like seeding might take us a while, but I don't think it's going to take as long as plowing did. Plowing seemed to be pretty labor intensive there. So the sun's up over the eastern horizon here, and we're making pretty good time here. It's about 7:30 right now, and I'd say, looking to my right and looking to my left, that we're probably over 2/3 of the way done with this. Getting a little bit better at not missing gaps to the side of the roller that we're already done. And I think in general, I'm starting to get just a little bit better at that, as I miss one here probably too. Just a lot of it, like, get that rock there, good. But I think we're mushing down those rocks. I'm still not very good at driving in a straight line, but yeah, we're doing pretty good. I love how the farm texture changes. You know, this is kind of, it's like, I mean, there's an element here. This is probably taken me about, 10 minutes of real time work to do, but I never thought, this reminds me a lot in many ways. I mean, I can see the overlap between this and people who like the truck simulator games. There's a certain amount of kind of meditation and kind of relaxed, chill nature to this game, as well as American Truck Simulator. And I've kind of really, I think, fallen into this nature of, you're going to plow a field or roll a field, and you just kind of gradually make your way through it. And the game demands, it's in many ways, I think it's like the truck simulator, American Truck Simulator, or Euro Truck Simulator, in that it demands just a little bit, enough of your attention to keep you focused on the present, but not so much that you can't do things like talk or kind of think about other things and just ponder over things. So I find it's just a really relaxing game to play. I'm really excited for this too. It was fun to harvest crops, right? That was really cool. But I think this is the fun part about this now, is that this is our field and we're starting from scratch, right? We're plowing it, we limed it, now we're rolling it, and then we're going to go forward after this, plant our crops, and take it all the way to the harvest. So this is completely our crop here. We're not just inheriting a crop on the field that we had before and just harvesting it at the end. So this kind of feels like this completeness of this particular task now feels really cool. So I'm kind of excited to see how our wheat turns out here. Now, in real life, I am a terrible gardener. And I've never farmed, but I'm a terrible gardener. I kind of lose focus, and then the plants die. And my wife isn't, I shouldn't say this, but she's not going to watch it. She's not very good at it either. So we tend to try to grow things, and yeah, we're good at growing like herbs and stuff like that, but that's about it. But we did get one of those rolling, it's like a potted, it's like a plant, what is it, like a little garden stand to put out on our back deck. We thought that might actually work pretty well, and so we're going to try that. We got a little bit late this year, so we're going to try it in the spring next year. We're going to put some like green beans in there and maybe some tomatoes and stuff like that, a couple other little things, just kind of see if we can grow them a little bit. I think something like that I can probably handle, and it'll be on the deck out back, so I'll be able to look at it and say, oh, I can water that when I take the dog out in the morning and stuff like that. So we'll see how that goes. Real life farm simulator. Not really, but it's gardening simulator. Wow, this is so crooked. Now that the sun's up, I can see how crooked this is. No, this is embarrassing. But anyway, I think what happens to you start out a little bit crooked, and then as you work your way across the field, it just gets worse and worse and worse. So, yeah, Calamity Acres, probably a very appropriate name for this farm. Thank you to everybody who voted for it. I was a little bit stunned, not completely not hurt to think that you've got that level of confidence in our ability to have a successful farm here. So I'm all done with our pass out there. I can see a few little stones over here by our gear and by the silo. I'm just going to go kind of clean those up, and then we'll go get our cedar. But we've got it done, and let's see what time it is here. It's only a little bit after 8 o'clock, so we're doing really well, I think. Whoops, did I unhook that by mistake? What am I doing? There we go. Oh, we're all good. Okay. Yeah, so we'll go... Let me pick this up here, so we don't need it down now. I'm going to go over and just pick up those spots that I missed, and then we'll be all done. But I'm liking how this looks. This looks great. There's some rocks we missed right there. Got them. You can actually see the rocks you missed. That's cool. That is one good-looking field. Looking really sharp here. There are, I think, maybe 3 little spots of rocks that we missed. But for the most part, we got it all. I'm pretty happy with that. Perfection is not the goal. Just want to make sure we get a really good job with a lot of it here. There's one little batch of rocks we'll pick up right there. Now we'll drop this off, and it's time to go get a cedar and get some seeds. Nice. See you in a little bit. I feel like we're so ahead of schedule here. Now this, I think, is the dairy that I think I want to go check here and to see. I feel like all of these public buildings have somewhere around here probably have one of those Sasquatch coins, the geocaching coins. And I want to kind of just take a look here and see if we can find one. I don't see anything. This is the dairy? Yeah, this is the dairy. But I don't see one here at all. Now, I know a couple people spotted the one I missed on the playground there. I don't see anything here, though. There's got to be one here, right? We didn't already get it, did we? It's going to be in the last place you look, right? Where is it? I don't see one. Well, that was disappointing. Couldn't find one. We'll head on. We'll come back and try someplace else. I feel like we should find one, at least in one every episode. There's 100 around here. I think we've got all the ones in the park. We got 3 there, right? I wonder if these private houses, like, do they have people's houses have them? Excuse me. Now, in real geocaching, you can't hide them in private property. Excuse me. Oh, sorry. I guess he's okay. Just answered the question. Can we run through people? Of course, all these people are competing with us for those geocaching coins. They don't seem very good at it. So, we'll do that. Okay, we're at the shop. Anyway, enough of the babbling about geocaching. Let's get our cedar here. There are a lot of cedars to pick from. We got some ones that are just too expensive. 200,000, blah, all these ones down in here. Starting, I'm thinking we could afford 67,000, but it takes a 300 horsepower tractor to pull it. And that's where we get down. Ours is only 247, I think. So that means that one is out. That leaves these 4 contraptions here. This is just an extra capacity tank, it looks like. It says an additional tank to increase the capacity of your tools. I'm not quite sure how that would work. This one will work with our horsepower, 220 horsepower, 1,800 liters. It's only 4 meters wide, though. This is going to be a long job, but it does plant all 8 of these crops, which I think will give us wheat for the one we're looking for, and then we can switch to another crop for our other field. So we'll probably go with whatever 2 of these seed types are here. So let's buy this one, and it should work with our budget, 50,000. Sure. Oh, I should have checked to see if anything was on sale. Let's see here. Trailer, lots of trailers on sale. That's a pretty good deal, but I'm not going to get it. And a harvester, that's it. Oh man, is that a tractor? That's a tractor, but we can't get it. It's 177,000. We've only got 100,000 left. We could afford one of these bigger trailers here, but I think we're good right now. So enough of that. Let's go get our cedar on here. How do we put this on? That looks like it must be this way, maybe? We'll get this hooked up and head back. Silly me. I almost left without seeds. We got to buy seeds. All right, we got our seeds off here. Only take 2 bags. I don't know if this is going to be... I'm suspecting we are going to need more seeds than what we've got here. So we'll go with what we got, though. That's the best I think we can do right now. We'll head back and start sowing. This is going to take a while. I don't know how fast we'll be able to go with this, but I'm hopeful. It can't take as long as plowing, right? Because plowing was very... Whoa. Plowing was very slow and very labor intensive. I'm going to guess this will be... Actually, that looks about the same width as the plow. Maybe seeding takes a long time, but I'm going to kind of anticipate that perhaps it isn't as slow as seeding, as plowing, but I guess we'll see. Anyway, we'll see when we get back out to the farm. Okay, so you see that oil pump there. I bet there's a Geo coin there, a Sasquatch coin there. So let's go check out. There's got to be one. Oh, no. That was so easy. Almost too easy. Someone oiled this one. Nice. Any more here? Just to take a chance. It'd probably be tricky to put 2. Nice. $500. That's the most money we've made today. We are here, 9:30 in the morning, ready to go. It looks like our choices are to select the seed. We press Y, and it's already on wheat. So, and I've cycled through them once. Wheat looks pretty good. Looks like we lower the power harrow by pointing V, and then we turn on the power harrow by pressing B. And I guess that's it then? Are we seeding? This is a harrowing experience. Oh, we're going to run out of seeds. Well, no, that's actually... It's not going that fast, is it? So it looks like the seeds are going down, and we're going forward. I think we're doing it right. Fingers crossed here. So far, so good. I don't know if you're supposed to do a circle around the outside of the field when you do this. But we'll, I think, just go back and... I think we probably will, actually, since it's... I don't imagine you can overseed something, and I don't think that's going to be a problem. So I think we'll probably do 2 little outside circles first, and then go back and forth rows, just like you would with kind of the advice for anything else. We are seeding our first harvest here. This is awesome. I'm going to get this right here and then turn it off. All right, come back over this way. I'm going to come this way and do the outside here. Let me just check to see if this is soil composition. What do we got here? That's the seed bed. Okay, that's good. Growing. Oh, look at that. It's growing. We're doing it right. This is awesome. Cool. Okay. We'll stay busy here. This will take a while, but I don't think it's as slow as plowing. Whoops. Not if you want to go down and then B, turn it on. It is definitely not as slow as plowing, I don't think. Well, maybe it's not that much faster. Yeah, it's going to take a while, I think. Yeah, this might be roughly the same speed as plowing. And it's probably a little narrower, too. This is going to be a long day out here. And I can see, I was watching some other people on their YouTube videos, and one of the things... You know, all the beginning farmers seem to mention is they buy 2 tractors if they have the money to do that. And I can see why, because if we could just set this one up with like an AI worker to be able to seed this like this, then we could go do something else with our other tractor. So I think I've kind of calculated out the math. I think for everything we need, we're going to spend almost the 100,000 that we have left, if not a little bit more. But I think one of the things to get after that would be another tractor so that we can have a hired worker doing something and then we can be doing something else. But we'll get busy here. We'll keep going. We'll do the outside loops and then start cutting across here. This is going to be a long day, but we'll stick to it. So except over for where the silo here now, just kind of looking at the map here, I've got the outside sections done and it looks like I'm not leaving any gaps with it. It's a little hard to tell with the seeder where it ends and where it begins. I can see it pretty well this way for sure, because oops, that's the wrong way, with the light and the shadow. But going the other 3 directions, it's actually not super easy to see where we've planted and where we've not planted. The last thing I want to do is leave an empty stripe though, so I think I'll just keep the right tire on that edge. It looks like this might be too much of an overlap, but I think that's good enough for right now, and then just see how we go here. But I think I'm going to start doing rows this way, because at least this way, going towards the sun here, I can see pretty clearly what we've done and what we haven't done. So, crows popping out of the earth again. Spawning crows. But yeah, so far so good. This is definitely going to take a while. I think it's as narrow, if not maybe a little narrower than plowing. But having said that, I feel like at the same time this is... I forget how fast our plow was going, but I feel like this is moderately fast. So maybe it won't take us until close to midnight or so. But we'll keep at it here, chugging away. So it's about 12:30. Looking at the map here, I'd say we've got about maybe a third of it done if I add up these 2 stripes that I've done. And we've used about half of our seed. So I'm guessing that we'll be able to get it all done in with one more load of seed. Now it's 12:30 now, so we've been out here about 3 hours. We got to go get more seed. That's probably going to take like a half an hour. So if we're third done, that's like 7 o'clock, which I hope is still going to be light enough. I don't know. I'm a little not worried, but I'm wondering if it's going to be, because it's kind of hard to see where we've seeded and not seeded in the light. I mean, it's fine, but I'm just thinking, I'm wondering how hard this is going to be at night. And so hopefully we can get it done before nightfall. The other thing that I noticed was that when I got out of the tractor and I looked at the field, it says the field needs rolling. So I'm wondering, do we have to roll the field after we seed it too? So we rolled it to get the stones under. Then do we have to roll it again? And then after we seed it, and then we need to fertilize it too. So we got a lot of work to do, which brings me to the other big point that Darius made up. He said, you know, kind of talking about the size of fields that we got here. It's kind of good that we got no bigger fields than, oops, I missed it. I'm not very good at this turning around here with this one, especially when you can't see the whole thing. Hopefully we get it straight here. I feel like I have to be faster at turning and getting the seeder back into the ground. But we're getting there. But Darius made a comment here talking about, you know, the field size that we got. And I keep uncovering it here. B. There we go. That it was good that we got this size that we did, because the equipment we've got, this 240-something horsepower tractor, isn't big enough to pull those big plows, or wasn't big enough to pull like a big seeder and stuff like that. So, and we wouldn't have had enough money to get it, right? So I think we kind of stumbled, very fortunately, onto the right-sized field and the right-size equipment, because if we had a big field, for example, we wouldn't have enough time with this size tractor and, you know, this size seeder and then the plow that we used with one track. We wouldn't have been able to make it work out. But I think we've got just the right size of field that we can do it with one tractor, one person, these narrow seeders and the narrow plow. So I'm looking forward to, you know, when we can get to a point, of course, when we could have a much wider seeder, much wider plow, and a bigger a tractor to be able to pull stuff, so that we're not just kind of doing this in these like narrow swaths. I think the largest seeder, or one of the larger seeders, was it like 12 meters wide, which would be, I think, it'd be a lot easier. Oh my gosh, it'd be like a third of the work. This is a lot of work here. I keep hitting B by mistake. There we go. But we are carving our way up. I guess we're getting there. Slow work here. This putting the wheat in. But we're making progress. It's actually a beautiful day. It's kind of really chill to be out here driving around and back and forth on the fields and stuff like that. We're making some pretty good progress. That's a pretty good chunk of the field done. It's going to be fun to eat cereal from this wheat that we harvest here. Hopefully we'll get there. Anyway, we'll keep chugging away here. So it's about 3:30 in the afternoon, and if we look at our map here of the field, we can see that I'm going to guess here the yellow spot is the part that we've got seeded. The gray is what we've left. I'm going to guess we're pretty close to 3/4 of the way done, but we are out of seeds. So we're going off to downtown now to go get some more seeds. Then we will be back to try to finish this up. I gotta believe that put a little dent in things. All right, seeds are going in. Gonna leave quite a bit behind here, but I think we can use it later. I think we are all full up. Let's get back out. Sun is setting now here. It's kind of, shadows are getting long as we get here. 4 o'clock now. I think we'll probably be back out on the farm about 4. I'm guessing maybe 2 or 3 more hours. Hopefully we can avoid dark. And then I think we're gonna have to roll the farm again. Our farming consultant, Parkera, did indeed tell us that after we seed it, we should roll it again. So I think we're going to try to get that in today. And then I think we need to fertilize it. Oh, that's a bumpy ride there. Trouble driving. I don't know why. But, okay, we'll get back out here and get the rest of this field seeded. It is after 5 o'clock. The sun is going down, but we are not. We are still plugging away here. I'm not sure if you can see it on the video here, but off to the right hand side we can see the side with the black, the change in shading where we've done. So I'm guessing we've probably got about another 6 or 7 rows and we have wrapped it up. I'm gonna guess that's pretty close to 6 o'clock. Did we get that? We missed a spot, damn it. But that's going to I think give us enough time to roll it before we go to sleep, and then probably tomorrow we'll be fertilizing it. I'm gonna get that spot I missed before I can't see it, not see it again. It's getting hard to see though. It's getting just dark enough. There, right there, that's the spot. I think we got it all. Good. Pick this up. But yeah, making progress. I'm not very good at turning around though. That's the part that I think, especially now that the light is changing. I mean, the texture is going the other way, but it's still a little bit tricky with the shadows and the lights and stuff like that to see exactly where we started with this one. Like some of the stuff's really easy, like liming and things like that. It's easy, but this one's just a little bit trickier to see, especially when you get the lights like playing with it like that. So I feel like I'm spending too much time lining it up. I just need to go around in a circle and drop it down so that we're not wasting time just going around in circles and being really precise. Just get it down. I imagine that's the kind of thing though, like after you farm for like, after you run a farm for a while, you're just going to get better at it. You're just going to drop down the things, get your lines straight, and be much better at it. But right now, like this is really crooked. I can see it's already drifting into the part we've already done. So not super efficient, but keep at it. We should be done pretty soon. 5:45, and we are on our last stripe here. So we'll just get this done, check to see if we missed any spots, and then I think we're definitely going to have time to roll it one more time today, because I'd like to get that out of the way so that we can take a look at it tomorrow. So we're saving content here, and that looks pretty good. I don't see anything that we missed. Excellent. Let's go hook up the roller, get it rolled, and then we should be done for today. Day's crossed 7 o'clock. We're out here rolling. I'd say we're, I don't know, maybe a third done. This goes pretty fast though. It's pretty wide and pretty easy stuff. You just, once we've got the headlands done now, so we got the outside circle done, and we're just kind of just rolling away. I got a little bit too much of an overlap on the right there, but we've got a thunderstorm that's rolled in here too. It looks like we can still see the sun setting off to the west there, the moon coming up, I guess. But clouds up above, apparently, somewhere, causing a little bit of rain. But I think we can roll in the rain. That shouldn't be a problem. At least we're not getting any message that it's a problem. So we'll just keep working at night in the rain. Just keep working the fields. 8 o'clock at night, the moon's up. We're on our last stripe of rolling. Took us a couple hours, hour and a half, about the same as this morning, I think. Well, I felt like I was better at it this morning for whatever reason. It almost rained the whole time while we were out here. It was kind of cool because you couldn't really see very far in front of you, so you're kind of just watching the rolled parts of the field, and then you get down to the other end, almost like you reach the shore after crossing the ocean. You're like, oh, there's the part we did before the edge of the field. And then get it all done. But I think this is the last strip of rolling right here. And let's check and see how we did. That's funny. Usually you can't do anything to the fields beside us, but it looks like we kind of rolled that one a little bit. Okay, so let's lift this up and let's check and see if we got it. Looks pretty good. There's, yeah, just that one little blue spot right up there in the top. But other than that, I think we got it all rolled. So let's check it out. Weeds, shouldn't be any weeds. This is covered with weeds, the field of the north. We have to plow that one. Fertilized, it needs fertilizing, that's for sure. That's the next thing. Doesn't need plowing. The north one does. We have to do basically everything that we did to field 27. We have to do the 29, except I don't think the north one needs lime. It does not need lime, right? Does not need rolling here. Mulched. That does, I think it wasn't mulched. And stones are all gone. They didn't pick up the stones in field 28. We're well ahead of a lot of these fields around us here. Look at this. These people got stones all over the place. Not our field. So, I think that brings us to the end today. Now, we could fertilize now. I might actually go get some fertilizer just to get started on that. I think I'm going to go at least empty the lime out over here and then go get our fertilizer. That sounds like a good plan. So we'll have it ready to go in the morning. So I'm going to lift this up. Whoops, lift it up. And then fold it in. And we'll be done with this. We'll drop off our roller, go pick up our lime, empty that out, and go get some lime for tomorrow, because we still got time. It's only about 8:30. Day is still young here. Let's see if I can pull these in, back these in, so I don't have to hook them up. We definitely need some kind of a shed here, too, for all our stuff. It's kind of looking a little embarrassing here with all the gear just parked all out of the, kind of out in the yards and stuff like that. Oops, that didn't work. Once it goes sideways, it's all, okay, I'll park this. so you don't have to watch Calamity Farms in action. So we're at the store now with our big Mambo trailer fertilizer thing. We filled it up halfway. It cost us 16,000 bucks to fill this up halfway. Fertilizer is expensive. Lime was cheap, but I think this is going to give us enough fertilizer for quite a while. Not sure getting $16,000 worth of fertilizer was probably what we needed to do, because I think we only used, I want to say we used a little fertilizer spreader the last time. It was like a small bag of the stuff. So yeah, maybe that was a little bit of a waste, but maybe we can do some contracts with this too. So that might help us out a little bit. So it's not going to go to waste eventually. We got the whole other field to do too. So I guess we're not losing money by getting it. I just don't know if we needed enough of it right now. Anyway, back out to the farm we go. 9:45. I think I'm actually going to try to fertilize it tonight. See how it goes here. Will this spread it out the whole way? I think that might have gotten it. Whoop, a little crooked there. Because I think it might be good to get the fertilizer in on this first day here. But hopefully this is wide enough. I think it is. I'm just going to go a little bit wider to the left here. Because I don't think it's going to take long with this big thing to fertilize it. And that will get us in good shape with this field. So we'll get busy here. I can't see a thing. Look at that. I thought I was right on the edge. I wasn't even close. Okay, so can I go across this now? I think there's a way to see what you've done and what you haven't done. But boy, at night you can't see it at all. But now I'm committed, so we're going to go ahead. Could possibly go wrong. I mean, we're just probably wasting a ton of this stuff, though. Is that on it now? Oh, we're still not quite right here. Go this way. Oh, there's the line. Did we get this side? Oh, we still didn't get it all. Oh, this is terrible. We're just wasting it all. Note to self, don't fertilize at night. It's really hard with the drone way up here in the sky. I can kind of see the edges where we've done, and we're way overlapping it now. But you can't really, you don't have anything to orient yourself to, so you end up just like driving in like completely crooked lines and not dropping it on the field and stuff like that. I'm sure we've probably dropped a good maybe third of the fertilizer on places that have already been fertilized. But I think, how are we doing now? Okay, so I think 2 more, maybe 3 more, and then 2 more, and then clean up the places where we missed. But yeah, we missed some good chunks here. And it's hard to drive straight because you don't have any points of reference. I think this is the last spot that we just couldn't get. Just kind of find it on the map here, but I think this is it. And I think we've got the whole thing fertilized right there. Let's see how we did. Yes! Okay. We got it. And just before midnight, I think. What time is it now? 11:30. That took a long time, mainly because I couldn't see a thing. So don't fertilize at night. That doesn't work very well. But if we look at our charts right now, we don't have any weeds on the field. The north one's all weedy. We have the fertilizer in. That's good. Doesn't need plowing. We're taking care. It doesn't need lime. Doesn't need rolling. It's mulched, I'm not sure, and it doesn't have stones. I think this one right here, that one little spot needs rolling, but that we're not gonna worry about that. I am not gonna let that bother me. We're gonna pull our tractor over here, and I think we are done. Oops, I gotta get that fertilizer off the thing here. Let's just nudge it out of the way. Good. Oh, we can actually refill it. We might as well put it in there. Because it's fertilizer. It's just been lying out here. So we might as well put it in, and then we'll just move it around someplace else. Is it all gone? It's all gone. Nice. Okay, perfect. So let's go park over by... Oh, we can refill it right there. A little bit more fertilizer. This is the fertilizer left over when we fertilized it the first time. Before we harvested the wheat, I think. Our very first day. So let's go park this someplace, and then we will check our finances, call it a day. I think we can park right over here by this wasted lime. All right, that's good. That's fine for right now. I'm so tired. Let's turn on our flashlight. If we take a look at it right here, wheat. growing, yield bonus plus 75%, fertilize 50%. So we need to fertilize one more time. And I think our farming expert was saying that we want to switch between solid fertilizer and liquid fertilizer. So we need to go get a sprayer that we'll put on liquid fertilizer. We'll get some liquid fertilizer and we'll get that done. But I think if we go over here by our tent and hang out, I think the plan, let's see, what is it right now? November? I don't know if we have to wait. I don't know if we can fertilize close together. Like, can we fertilize next month, or should we wait and spread it out a little bit? But in any case, this is the beast to tackle next. We've got medium weeds. It needs plowing. So I think we want to get the plow out here tomorrow and get the plow going and just start chopping this up so that we get that all taken care of. Crop type sorghum harvested. Yeah, that's okay. It's all gone. So yeah, but if we get the plow out here and take care of this, then we should be able to get this this ready to go. So that's our task, I think, for tomorrow. We'll let this one sit. This one is now, I think, in the ground and looking pretty good. I'm ready for something to shoot out of the ground. I think that's going to be kind of exciting. I wonder if it'll happen right at midnight, like if we waited 15 minutes. Another long day for our farming here, though. Going to wait a few minutes and just check. Let's check our finances for a minute here by our tent. Should really clear this stuff out of our tent's looking kind of ratty here. All right, so if we come here, how did our finances do for today? I'm sure we lost a lot of money. So November, for vehicles, we spent $91,000. We spent $14,000 on fertilizer, and we used like $2,000 of it. Seed costs were $3,200. We spent $108,000. And our profit was, where's our income here? Miscellaneous, $500 for the Sasquatch coin. So yeah, we're doing really well. We lost a little bit over $100,000. We got $84,000 left. We need something to put liquid fertilizer out there. So hopefully we get enough money to do that. I mean, we do have those crops that we can sell, but we're running out of money slowly but surely. We will, I'm going to wait 10 minutes and see if this pops up. Then we'll say goodnight. Oh, look at that. Midnight. It's growing in. We got wheat. Check it out. That's pretty cool. It just all popped in right after midnight. We're out in the middle of our wheat field. That's pretty good. And I wonder, $150 property maintenance. What did they possibly do? These are large weeds. Can we still plow large weeds? Or do we have to do something different? I wonder about that. This is looking really ratty. But we don't have a choice. We got to plow it. I'm hopeful we can plow large weeds. Maybe that's not the case. I better ask my farming consultant for that. But that's a problem for tomorrow morning. We're off to bed. Good night, everybody. We'll see you in the morning. Thanks for watching. Bye.